0 action. We talked a lot about healing, about reclaiming our voices, about learning to trust ourselves, but what happens after the trust starts to come back? We have to protect what we're building, and that's what this week is about, the art of boundaries. So let me ask you something really quickly. Have you ever been disrespected? Not because you were nice, but because you were too nice to correct a situation. Have you ever stayed silent, not because you didn't feel disrespected, but because you didn't want to seem too difficult? Pause and reflect. If last week was about learning to trust your intuition, this week is about protecting that intuition with action. Because what good is self-trust if you don't feel safe enough to honor it? I want you to ask yourself something right now. When was the last time you ignored your inner knowing just to keep the peace? And what did that cost you? There's been a lot of moments in my life where I chose to keep quiet to keep the peace. And at the end, that cost me so much. I lost so much within myself because there's just a lot of situations in life where I'd be like, I'm not going to say nothing. I'm just keep the peace, be quiet, because that's like the mature thing to do. But sometimes it's important to protect yourself. And I didn't really know that. I just thought like if you be quiet and keep the peace, the situation would go away. Sometimes it did. Sometimes people feel like they can keep coming back and disrespecting you. I will say this. I would keep quiet to keep the peace. But if someone felt like they could come back and disrespect me or say something else again, no peace was kept at all. Because I feel like, I would bite my tongue only for so long. And when I feel like, okay, now you're trying to push my buttons because I let you have it the first time, now I'm about to get you. But what did that cost me? That cost me to get out of character. That cost me to be someone that I'm not. I don't argue. I don't like arguing with people. I feel like it's stupid, it's pointless. And sometimes most arguments don't really even be about you. It'd be about something someone else is going through personally, and they just found a situation to pick at you with so they can release that frustration out on you. But there was a lot of situations in my life where I would not say nothing to keep the peace, and then people felt like they can come back and disrespect me, and then I had to get past myself or beyond myself, and that's not who I am. I wish that I would have set boundaries, be like, hey, I don't like when you did this. I don't like when you talk to me like this. I wish you didn't do that. But they all have helped me become who I am today, because now I set boundaries with people make this your last time. Do not say that again. Don't do it. Or if they don't respect it, I remove myself. I had to learn boundaries aren't rejection. They are redirection. They say, I still love me even if you don't understand me. I still choose me even if you don't feel like I am deserving of anything or deserving of your respect. My boundaries speak for who I am and what I stand for and what I go for. And that goes for anybody. Your boundaries is what keep you in alignment with who you are, your values, what you want, how you want people to treat you. If you always try to find a way to go around your boundaries for people will never respect those boundaries. Being nice without boundaries doesn't make you a better person. It makes you a more tired person. We were taught to associate worth with being agreeable, but I learned to ask myself, why do I feel guilty for protecting myself? Who told me my comfort comes second? Because it doesn't. Your comfort does not come second to no one. In fact, I believe that you're supposed to have a balance with selfishness and selfishness, but you should always come first in situations where it is needed. If it is making you go against the things that you set in place to protect you, protect your voice, protect all the work you've done, you should come first. When it comes to your boundaries, when it comes to your respect, you should come first. And I'll be honest, my leg is falling asleep. I used to want people to like me. I didn't want to be seen as rude or too much or just like this weird girl. I was afraid of what they say about me behind my back. So I become everything to everyone else, but forgot how to be anything to myself. What I learned is that people who are set on misunderstanding you, they're going to misunderstand you regardless. You can't change the minds of people who already decided they don't like you. So now, I don't perform to be liked. I set boundaries to be well. I set boundaries so I can sleep peacefully at night. I don't give a fuck how my boundaries make someone else feel. My no is my no. Your no is just as powerful as your yes. People will teach you that setting boundaries is selfish or having self-respect is selfish, but it's not. People that really, truly honor you, love you, respect you will see your boundaries as a way of protecting yourself, as a way of you staying in alignment with who you are, as a way of making sure that you're okay at the end of the day. We are taught that boundaries are selfish. We're taught that we need to be agreeable to be liked or to be well respected. But what does that cost you at the end of the day? Me silencing myself made me a doormat to people in their bullshit. It made people feel like they can walk all over me, make people feel like they can use me, make people feel like that I will always be there no matter what, and I didn't need it back in return. But respect is earned, and you always got to learn how to respect yourself first before anything else in this world. I need to respect myself, respect my boundaries, and not try to wiggle through them or allow people to wiggle through them and just go for it. I'm not going for it. Being loving with your boundaries is powerful. Being loving without boundaries is self-abandonment, in my opinion. Sometimes the hardest parts isn't setting the boundaries. It's believing you're worthy of having those boundaries. It's believing that you deserve to be respected. Believing that you deserve to stick to one thing and say no. You're deserving of saying no, or just sticking to the no, because that's how you stay aligned. So I'm asking you, in myself, where am I still scared to say no? Where am I still performing safety instead of living it? A lot of times I'm not scared to say no because a lot of times I don't feel like it. I don't care. I just say no. There'll be situations where I'll be like, I've been saying no so much. Let me just say yes for once. But still, like, I be feeling no. And I just should just let my no just be my no. And not just be like, oh, I've been saying no so much. Let me just say yes for once. No. Because if I don't feel like it, then I don't feel like it. If I don't want to hang out, I don't want to hang out. If I don't want to talk, I don't want to talk. But me forcing myself to talk, hang out, or feeling like doing anything is how I abandon all the work I've been doing for myself, or how I get out of alignment with what I want and who I am. It's one thing to set boundaries with other people, but it's one thing to set boundaries with other people, but it's important to set boundaries with yourself too. The ones that say, stop going back to what broke you. Stop drinking to be liked. Stop saying yes when your spirit's really saying no. I can say no all day, every day, and still not feel a yes coming at no point in time. And that's what I'm learning, is to just say no. If I don't feel like it, say no. Especially if I've been saying no a lot. My no is my no. Regardless of if I've been saying no a lot, if I've been saying yes a lot, no is no. If I don't feel like it, I don't feel like it. But it's important to have boundaries with yourself as well as with other people, because you set the tone for how you want people to treat you. You can say, I want you to respect this boundary, I want you to respect this boundary, but you're not respecting boundaries with yourself. You're not honoring those boundaries within yourself. It doesn't work. I can't say in my life right now I'm letting things slide. I can't say that I am not respecting the boundaries with myself. I can't say that, but I used to a lot. I used to not really honor myself. I think I used to fawn a lot, which is a trauma response, and it's people pleasing. And I used to like try to please people because like I was afraid that people wouldn't like me. I was a nerdy ass kid. I didn't really go outside. I would read books during the summer, and a lot of people or a lot of kids thought that was weird, and I didn't want people to see me as being weird. I wanted to be seen as normal, whatever the fuck that means. And in efforts of me trying to be seen as normal, I would abandon myself and the things that I liked the most to fit into roles that were deemed as normal, especially when I was a child and I was making friends. I've never been a follower. I can say I've never been a follower. But I will say I would change myself, or I would abandon the things that I like so people can be like, oh, Jakayla's cool. She's that. And now that I'm looking back at it, I can't say I regret it, only because those moments made me who I am today. If I did not abandon myself back then, I don't know where I would be today. I can't say I regret those moments, because every moment in my life has taught me different things about myself, honoring myself, respecting myself, owning who I am, becoming who I am, loving me. I feel like if I didn't go through a lot of shit that I went through in life, I would not be up here talking about it. I would not be up here making PDF prompts for the free ski and giving them out. And another thing I want to say, my PDF prompts are free because I don't feel like you need to be paying for certain things. Eventually I will add products to this, to like the Becoming Hers project or journey, but right now they're free. I remember I was a little girl going through so much, and just now, like, I didn't even know what depression was. Let me just say that I didn't know what depression was, anxiety was, or anything until I think I went to the doctor for, I don't know how I figured it out. I was online or I went to a doctor and they said this, that, and the third. But once I realized that I couldn't afford a therapist, I couldn't afford help, I couldn't afford the proper mental care help. So my prompts, my PDF prompts will forever be free. I don't care. People tell me to charge for them. I won't, because healing shouldn't be free. People are going through real shit in life, and some things should just be free. Like a PDF prompt is free. I know this is off topic from the art of boundaries, but that's how I honor who I am. Because you know what? A lot of people told me that I should just make them free. But I'm just like, no. And people was trying to persuade me. A lot of people told me not to make it free. I'm saying that wrong. A lot of people told me not to make it free. Charge for it. It's digital product. People would pay for it. I don't give a fuck if y'all was paying $100 for them. Me honoring myself and who I am and what this brand stands for is me keeping that shit free, because people can't afford a lot of things. Times are hard, and whatever the fuck Trump is doing with these tariffs and whatever you want to call them, I don't know how it's affecting me. I just really don't be paying attention to it, because I already got a lot on my plate. I don't want to add any more stress to my plate and through what's going on the outside world. But I will say this: it will be free. I will have products eventually down the line where I may be selling something and I hope people buy it. But the PDF prompts is free. The videos that I'm making will forever be free. The knowledge that I'm giving will forever be free. People say charge for it. I won't charge for it, but that's how I stay in alignment with who I am, because my purpose doesn't have a price tag on it. My purpose doesn't have isn't about money. It's about truly helping people heal and do soul work. And that's how I stay in alignment with my boundaries and what I want and who I am as a person, and what this brand is and what this brand will be in the future is by having that boundaries and telling people no, like, I'm not charging. I am going to give it for free. As long as I can give it for free, I will give those PDF prompts for free. I will make videos for free. I will talk to people or help people as well as I can. Down the line, I will add products. Down the line, I will have workshops and talk to people, and I may charge, but as of right now, when I'm on these videos, free. PDF prompts free. That's how I set a boundary with myself. My boundaries with myself are sacred because they honor who I am and who I'm becoming. For myself, money isn't everything. People have tried to convince me that money makes you happy. Money makes you surface level happy, but what is money when you having money and still dealing with internal deep wounds that are still bleeding under band-aids? Money cannot change that. Money cannot fix that. Money cannot make generational trauma go away. Cannot make wounds that have been picked at for years go away. It cannot. I'm sorry. You stay in alignment with who you are by honoring who you are. And whoever that is, who knows? I want y'all to go and write down who you are and who do you want to become. And how do you stay in alignment with that? What do you need to get rid of to stay in alignment with that? What do you need to embrace to become in more alignment with that? Because boundaries are important. They help shape who you are. They help shape your worth, your values. They help shape what you want and what you don't want. They help shape what you're willing to accept and what you're not willing to accept. Boundaries that I've decided to change in my life was stop letting people tell me what to do with my brand. I think because my brand was supposed to be called The Crystal Deal. Let me just say that. But I changed it. People tried to tell me what to do, try to give their input and insight, and I would try to listen. But every time it did not honor who I was. So I would be like, you know what? I appreciate your input, but I don't need it because that doesn't honor who I am. A lot of situations in life, especially with people I used to be friends with, try to come back around and try to be cool again. And it's just like, me being friends with you again does not honor my boundaries, does not honor how much I respect myself. Because knowing how you treated me, knowing how you acted towards me, knowing how you reacted towards me having boundaries, I don't think we're in alignment with each other. I don't think our friendship was mutual. I feel like it was one-sided, and it was of how you can benefit from me and what I gave. Boundaries teach people how to treat us, but most importantly, they teach us how to treat ourselves. You set the tone for how you want people to treat you, how you want people to treat you, and what you're willing to allow and accept. So I want you to ask yourself, how did it feel the first time you said no? And how did it make you feel when you meant that no? Sometimes when I say no, still to this day, I'm not gonna lie, I do feel guilty sometimes. Cause I'm just like, damn. Cause I'm just like, my lips are peeling. But I'm just like, damn, that no kind of sound mean. But did it really sound mean? Or is it just the no was powerful? Or is it just, I'm not used to saying no. I'm not used to expressing how I feel. A lot lately, I've been saying no. I've been practicing not saying yes because I've been saying no a lot. I've been practicing just allowing my no be my no, regardless of if I've been saying no a lot. Another prompt I want you to ask yourself, what part of you came alive when you finally chose yourself? How did you feel when you finally chose yourself? When I finally chose myself, it felt weird because I was just like, it felt mean. It felt rude. It's just like, I'm not used to this. But again, is it really mean? Is it really rude? Or is it me choosing myself? Is it because I have abandoned myself for so long that now that I'm choosing myself, it feels wrong? Who knows? But like I said, boundaries teach people how to treat us, but mostly they teach us how to treat ourselves. You can't fully show up as your real self in a space where your needs are negotiated. Affirmations I've been speaking to myself lately is, my boundaries are not up for debate. I do not strain to keep access. My peace is priority, not a privilege. You do not need a reason to protect yourself. You just need permission, and sis, that is it. This week, I want you to stop seeing boundaries as punishment and stop feeling as if choosing yourself feels wrong, especially when it's something you haven't done. Start seeing it as power. Start seeing it as you are creating a new direction in your life, or you're aligning yourself with who you're meant to be. Because the you that's healing, she needs protection, she needs space, she needs honesty, but she needs boundaries. Because when you're in this healing journey, boundaries will be important. They would be the most important, because that's how you decipher between who's for you and who's not for you, but also how you stay in alignment with yourself and how you learn how to speak to yourself and learn what you go for and what you won't go for. So I want you to comment down below, what's one boundary you're reclaiming for your peace? You're not mean. You're not being mean. You're being honest. You don't owe anyone an apology for coming back to yourself. We are healing. We are growing. We're doing soul work, and this is just the beginning. Boundaries are important, so get clear and understand what your boundaries are and what they say for you and how they speak up for you. I don't have to say shit, but my boundaries will. I don't have to do all that. You know what? I don't argue. I let people. I used to be like, I'm not gonna argue because I want to keep the peace, but now it's just like, I will not argue with people when I know that they are going through battles with themselves, because a lot of the time shit don't really be about me. It be about what they're going through. Just keep it respectful. Like, I'll set a boundary regardless, but let's keep it respectful. People don't know how to deal with their issues with themselves, so that instead they make it about other people. So yeah, y'all, have created a website called becominghers.com. It's becomingherss.com, and I will have the PDF prompt on there, because when I post that shit in the comment section, I get flagged. So yeah.